I drove up the narrow road just after sunset, feeling my chest tighten as I looked at the old house on the hill. The front porch light flickered, and the wooden steps creaked under my boots. I remember pausing at the threshold and wondering if I should turn back, but I had already made arrangements, and part of me felt drawn to the place. The inside smelled like dust and old furniture polish. The previous owner had left a few chairs, a couch, and some odd pieces of decor on the walls. I didn't mind. I wanted peace and quiet, and an isolated hill seemed perfect for that. I spent the first couple of days unpacking my boxes. I placed my clothes in the bedroom closet upstairs, then arranged my books in a small study area next to a single window. That window looked out onto a large slope that ended in a thick cluster of trees. I tried not to focus on how silent everything felt. There were no neighbors and barely any passing cars. I could only hear my own footsteps and the faint hum of the wind outside. On my first night, I sat in the living room with a single lamp on, reviewing some paperwork. At around midnight, I heard something unusual, like a low murmur in the walls. It sounded like a muffled conversation, but I couldn't catch any individual words. My heart thumped in my chest. I stood up, pressing my ear to the wall. The noise stopped. I moved from one corner of the living room to another, trying to find the source. Nothing. I assumed it was the house settling, or maybe an animal outside. My shoulders were tense, but eventually I convinced myself it was nothing to worry about. The next morning, I noticed the large framed painting in the hallway was slightly tilted. I remembered it being straight when I first arrived. I wasn't entirely sure, but it caught my attention anyway. I straightened it and told myself it must have been loose on the nail.